Let's quickly take a look at this video.
Hi, this is my text. It is through these sacrifices that we kindle the flame of determination, propelling ourselves towards greatness. Each sacrifice serves as a testament to our commitment and unwavering focus on our goals.
Awesome. So now that we took a look at that, let's create something like this. So how are we going to do that is we're going to use the SadTalker extension for the Stable Diffusion WebUI. Now, if you don't know how to install Stable Diffusion WebUI, I will add a link in the description as to a video on how to install the Stable Diffusion WebUI on your Mac. However, I'm running this on my GPU, but the process still remains the same. So if you open up a new tab, and then I'll add this link in the description. Get inside the SadTalker, go to Docs and WebUI extension. Here is a complete guide on how to install the WebUI, the SadTalker extension on top of the Stable Diffusion WebUI. So it gives the complete explanation, and I'll be walking you through it. So getting back, let's go back to the main repository. So here, if we see going down, there are two ways to install this. So the first way that I'm going to show is installing it as an extension to your Stable Diffusion WebUI, or the second way is installing as a standalone application itself. So the first method I'm going to show is installing it on the Stable Diffusion WebUI. So quickly, once you've opened up the Stable Diffusion WebUI, if you don't know, I'll be showing. So please go through the previous tutorial just in case if you don't know how to install and run the WebUI. But assuming you have and you do know how to run it. So if you run the webui.sh, once it's ready, you'll be greeted with this page. So what you can do is to install, get inside the extension tab and click on install from URL, and quickly go back to the SadTalker GitHub documentation repository, copy that, click on this and copy this GitHub link, and then get back and then paste that here, and then click on install. Once you click on install, after a while it will show the extension has been installed. Go to the install page and click on apply and restart UI. So once you have done that, once you click on apply and restart, you should be able to see the extension that gets added up as called as SadTalker. Now, however, you're still not yet done. So there are a couple more steps to take care. So again, going back to the repository and clicking the link here. So that will get us to the complete page, the in-depth documentation page. So once you've installed that, what you should do is get inside your, let me just close this for a moment. So make sure to get inside the Stable Diffusion WebUI, get inside extensions, and then get inside extension. Now here, usually what would happen is you will not have a folder called as SadTalker. So what you should do is, if there is no folder called as SadTalker, create a folder called as SadTalker, SadTalker. So once you create that folder, get inside that folder. All right, and then inside this folder, you have to create another folder called as checkpoints. So make a directory called checkpoints, mkdir, and checkpoints. Once you're inside that, once you've created that, get inside that checkpoints folder. Now what you should do is you should copy this bash command, copy and paste that inside of the checkpoints directory. So that is, just to reiterate, get inside Stable Diffusion WebUI, extension, SadTalker, and checkpoints directory, and then paste that here. So, and click on enter. It'll take a while to download all the checkpoints and all the models. So once that is done, what you are pretty much good to go. So once that is done, what you should do is, while starting up, so while starting the WebUI, what you should do is WebUI with the command line arguments disable save and pickle. I'll be talking about as to why to add this, but once you click on that and hit enter, it should just again open up, and then coming back, you should have the SadTalker installed and ready to go. So what you can do here now is you can just create a realistic man face and some hot, right? And then click on generate. So it should, yeah, so far so good. So it generated a face basically, right? Now what you can do is get inside, click on the SadTalker column, and then click on load from text to image, because from text to image is where you created this image, right? So click on load from text to image. It should load the same image, and then now select any audio of your choice. This one is what I'm going to go with, and then let the settings be crop, face enhancement. Click on that, enable that, and click generate. And what it'll do is now the inferencing will kick off, and it'll take the audio, take the image, and generate the lip sync video output and stitch everything together and give it to us. So that is the way to install SadTalker, and it is better to do it this way. I mean, using the extension, because it's just easier to install. However, if you are feeling inquisitive, right, what you can do is you can install this as a standalone application itself, which I have shown you in the last previous the text-to-speech tortoise video. So I'll be showing that right now. Let's see, the video has just got generated. Let's quickly take a look at it.
Hi, this is my text. It is through these sacrifices that we kindle the flame of determination, propelling ourselves towards greatness. Each sacrifice serves as a testament to our commitment and unwavering focus on our goals.
Yeah, so there you go. That's as easy as it can get. Now, like I said, if you're feeling curious or inquisitive, I'll also show you how to install the SadTalker as a standalone application. So coming back to SadTalker, you scroll down here. Now, obviously, depending on your operating system, you have to pick the choice. So I'll be checking out the Linux. However, for Linux and Mac, the installation guide is pretty much really very similar. But for Windows, it just changes a little bit, not too much. So what you should do is, if you just copy and paste these commands in your terminal, you are pretty much good to go if you're on a Linux or even on a Mac. So for MacBook installation, this is tested on M1. Even I've tested it on an M1 Mac, and it works pretty good. It works fine. So all you have to do is clone this repository, get inside of that repository, create a new environment, activate that environment, and just do installation. That's all. Just basically copy these commands and paste it in your terminal. You are pretty much good to go. And yeah, that's it. And to open this application, so once you have installed everything, to open this standalone application, what you should do is you should get into the SadTalker directory. So get into SadTalker directory, and now activate that environment. Now once you're in that environment, just open python app.py. It should just open up, and you are again pretty much good to go from there. Right now, if you click on that, it'll open up a new Gradio link, and you are pretty much sorted. Now let me just open that. Copy the URL. Yeah, so here you can see it comes with a bit more of options, so to speak. Now in the stable diffusion, you don't have this option to do text to voice. Here, if you just give any text, hi, this is an example of TTS in SadTalker, and then click on generate audio. Now it should do the text to speech.
Hi, this is an example of this in SadTalker.
Yeah, so, and then again, pretty much it stays the same thing. The idea is pretty much the same. So pick an image, and then face enhancer, enable it, set it to crop, and then click on generate. It should just go ahead and start generating. Now I would also want to show you another cool trick. Now for instance, you see this, when we maximize this, it's a little blurred out, and if you take a look at the video.
Hi, this is my text. It is through these
So you can see that it is really blurred out, and it looks really good only, you know, in the minimized version of it. So in order to make this or enhance this video, what we can use is something called as the Real-ESRGAN. So what this will do is it'll take the image, enhance it, increase the resolution, and give it back to us. So I'll be showing you how to do that as well. So now let me show you the installation of the Real-ESRGAN. So that is, if we open up this link here and get inside of this, I'll obviously add this repository in the description below. Yeah, so once you scroll down, you should be able to see this. I'll add this link here. So, and depending on your operating system, you can download the necessary files. I'm on the Linux, so if you click on that Linux, it will go ahead and download the file. So this is for the Ubuntu. So what you should do is keep this file. So now let me go back to my terminal and yeah, let me get inside the SadTalker directory. So here is where I have that downloaded for me. So all you have to do is locate this, right, and copy this cp-r real and get inside of the, what is that, stable diffusion, and then inside of that output and SadTalker. So this will go ahead and copy all the files to the SadTalker directory. Now if we get inside of the stable diffusion WebUI, get inside the outputs and get inside SadTalker, we should have, and do ls here, yeah, we should have this. So what we can do now is now let's quickly see which was the latest generated file. So the latest generated file of the output was this one. So what we can do is we can get inside that directory, copy this. Now look at this. When the output of that video, now here, which video I'm talking about? I'm talking about this video. So this video, when it got generated, it created this directory inside of the SadTalker, inside of the outputs, which is in turn inside of the stable diffusion WebUI. I hope that makes sense. So here, this is the latest generated video, the directory, and this MP4 is the video that got generated. So in order to enhance the output of this video, what you should do is you should pass this video to that Real-ESR GANs, whatever we're talking about. So how do we do that? Now, what you can do is you can copy the tmp.mp enhanced mp4 to Real-ESR video. Yeah. So once that is there, now get inside the Real-ESR, right? So now, which was that? It was I believe tmpfkt. Yeah, this was the one. So now I'll show you how to run the commands. So what you can do is, if you do cat readme.ubuntu, readme ubuntu, if you cat that, now here they've given the commands to run the enhancing anime videos. So don't worry, it works pretty well on any video you pass in. So let me just copy this command. Yeah, and before that, so when you downloaded this, the Real-ESRGAN Vulkan, that folder, depending on your operating system, you have to do two major things. One is to, it is to create two new directories. The first directory is mkdir is tmp frames, frames. All right, and another directory is mkdir out_frames. So make sure to create these two directories. The first one is the temp frames and the second one is out frames. Why? Because we'll be using that to store the intermediate files that get generated here. So let me quickly show you. So copy this command, all right, inside of the command, the readme.txt file, copy that and then paste it. And now what you should do is just change the mp4 here in this argument. So input -i, input is the mp4. Which mp4? This one, the one that we generated from the SadTalker, right? Okay, and then if you click on enter, cool. Now what this will do is it'll take all the frames inside of that video and then split the frames. So if you get inside cd temp frames and then do ls, so see, these are the individual frames that got generated from that video. Okay, so far so good. And then what we should do, or what we can do, is to do the inferencing, that is copy this command. All right, and hit enter. So what it'll do is it'll take all the individual frames, enhance it, and generate the images inside of the out frames. So now if we take a look at out frames, this is where the enhanced image is stored. Now all that is left to do is stitch all of these individual frames together. So now if you do cat readme, again, I don't want to, so if you do cat readme Ubuntu, now what you should do is just copy the last one, and we just have to do a bit of change. That is, everything stays the same. What you can do is, if you wanted a different name, the input here is supposed to be the same video, so it is yes, this is the one, and here you can change the name to whatever. So a man talking, talking, okay, and then hit enter. What this will do is it'll take all the frames and make a video off of that. Now if you do ls, now you should have a man talking mp4. Now let me quickly download this. So I opened up a Jupyter notebook here, and let me quickly download that video, a man talking. So download. Yeah, here we go.
Hi, this is my
and now
text.
You can see that it's clearly enhanced it, and even if you go full screen,
Hi,
it's still clear.
This is my text. It is through these sacrifices that we kindle the flame of determination, propelling ourselves towards greatness. Each sacrifice serves as a testament to our commitment and unwavering focus on our goals.
So you saw that, right? So you see the power of two different elements coming together. I just wanted to show you guys that, so that you guys can generate a real cool, good looking videos. So now, just for reference, let me download the one without the face enhancer. Real-ESRGANs. Now you see that.
Hi,
and
this is my text. It is through these sacrifices that we kindle the flame of determination, propelling ourselves towards greatness. Each sacrifice serves as a testament to our commitment and unwavering focus on our goals.
So I hope you guys can see that there's definitely a difference between this one and
Hi,
this one.
This is my text. Hi, this is my text.
So side-by-side comparison, and the QuickTime does not even open this video in this dimension. So obviously we know that the one that got outputted using the Real-ESR has much more clarity to it. So yeah, that is pretty much it. So just to quickly reiterate how to install. So get to this SadTalker documentation page, the GitHub, and inside that, like I said, there are two ways to do it, install it. One is to use the Stable Diffusion WebUI. One is to use the Stable Diffusion WebUI extension. The other one is to install it as a standalone application, right? If you wanted to do the Stable Diffusion extension, like I said, now get inside the extension tab of the Stable Diffusion, go to install from URL, copy that GitHub link, this GitHub link, the SadTalker repository's GitHub link, and then paste that in here, and then click on install. Once it is done installing, it'll say it is installed. Go to install tab and restart to get the SadTalker working. The second way to do it is to install it as a standalone application. So again, if you come to the SadTalker repository and scroll all the way down, depending on your operating system, I have a Linux, but if you have a Windows or a Mac, the installation is pretty straightforward. So once that is done, you're good to go. And I just forgot to tell you that once you install the extension here, there is another crucial thing that you have to do, is that you have to download the weights or the checkpoints. All right, so copy this bash command and paste it inside of where, like I said, you have to paste it inside. Okay, so once you're inside the SadTalker directory, I mean the stable diffusion, so get inside the stable diffusion WebUI, and in here you have to get inside the extension, and inside extension the SadTalker, and inside SadTalker you have to get into checkpoints. So here is where, once you're here, you have to paste that command, this command. Once you paste that, it'll go ahead and start downloading all the checkpoints for you, and these are the checkpoints that'll get downloaded. It'll take a while depending on your internet connection, so just make sure to put that checkpoints inside of this directory or else it won't work. Do keep in mind. And once all that is done, just to quickly reiterate, get back to the base directory. So once you're there, do WebUI.sh and then run it with disable save unpickle, and then once you click enter, it should load it, and it'll say you're loading this with this argument save unpickle, and you're good to go. The reason you have to use the save unpickle argument is that because when you use the inferencing of the SadTalker here, and then probably when you upload the audio, when you upload the audio, it won't allow it because it's a third-party audio. So in order for you to bypass that restriction, you have to enable your, when you run it, you have to enable it with disable save unpickle, and then you're pretty much good to go. So I hope that should help you guys out in creating such amazing videos. So if you don't know how to do your voice clone, which you can use in conjunction with this, do feel free to check out my other video on the tortoise text-to-speech voice clone of your own voice, and then you can probably add that here, generate an image using text-to-image, and then get to SadTalker, click on load from text, it'll load it, generate this video, and you can take this video like I showed you, and also you can use it to enhance it using the Real-ESRGANs, the Real-ESRGAN. I'll obviously add all of these links in the description. So once you come here, click on this operating system, whatever is best suited for you, and once you click on that, extract it, and once you've extracted it, you will have a README documentation. So depending on whatever you're running, so here I do have the Mac documentation. It's pretty much the same. So let me just open up here, and then there are three things that you have to do. It is to use ffmpeg to break. Before you do that, you have to make sure make the directory, which is the temp frames and the out frames directories. So once that is generated, just copy this command and paste it, and make sure to just change this video mp4 to the video that got generated. And once that is done, it'll break all the images, I mean all the frames inside of that video into an image. Once that is done, you can do the inferencing. It'll put it into out frames. Once that is done, you can merge all of the individual frames inside of the out frames directory to make a video. And here again, the video is the input video. It should be the same as the one that you passed in here, right? And the output is whatever you want it to be. So you can have the output name whatever you want. And once that is done, yeah, that's pretty much it. You're good to go. And then, yeah, you'll get pretty good output videos like I showed you. So I hope this gave you value, and you guys can generate some amazing AI videos. And think about this, guys. So everything is being generated by AI. You can generate the script, you can generate the audio, you can generate the image, and you can also generate the lip syncing video as well. So everything using AI. We are again just limited by our own creativity as to what we can do. But I would highly do tell this, please don't use this for wrong activities, because it's a problem. So this is for you guys to test it out and learn, and please don't use this for wrong activities. But yes, apart from that, I guess that's it for this video. If you did find value, like, comment, share, and subscribe. And if you have any queries, questions, drop them in the comment section. I'll be sure to answer them. So until then, stay safe, stay in the loop. Thank you.